When we talk about compliance, it needs to reside in every step of the WFM process. Without compliance in every step of the WFM process, you run into risk of problems, or what we call compliance risk. Compliance risk can lead to fines, can lead to unexpected outages, and can lead to people not getting paid appropriately, and potential lawsuits or problems with the unions. Now, I'm going to walk through each of the steps of the WFM process and mention how compliance lives in each one of these, where they live, and how they make a difference in the end result of paying people accurately and having accurate and compliant information from point A to point B. Demand forecasting needs to take into account things like break times, when people can go on breaks, minimum people and maximum people that can be on break at a given moment in time. So compliance around the demand and the planning. Next, when it comes to scheduling, when you're assigning people in the schedule, there's a lot of compliance that needs to be taken into account. People can be scheduled if they're breaching consecutive working hours limits, consecutive working day limits, maximum number of hours in a day, in a week, in a period, in a rolling window. Whatever your compliance rules are on the scheduling piece, if it is fully compliant and remains compliant, then you know you're sound. Next, when it goes to the time capture process, to make sure that people are compliantly capturing time, you want to make sure that it's the right person at the right place. The right person we can validate with things like facial recognition. At the right place, things like geolocation with beacons or just alone, or beacons without geofencing, to make sure that it's the right person and at the right place. We completely prevent any sort of time theft. So now we know that so far our demand forecast is fully compliant, our assignments are compliant in the schedule, our time capture is compliant, and lastly, we want to make sure that there's compliance in the actuals that have been captured. So great, we've captured the time with the time tracking, but now we need to do comparative analysis between the scheduled time and the actual time to really make sure that people are paid appropriately. Make sure our overtime is paid out, our training hours are paid out. Different public holidays and statutory holidays may have their own rules, replacement for people's loading periods, callbacks, whatever your rule set is, whether it's a federal rule, a provincial rule, a state rule, or even a company rule or a union rule, wherever the rule comes from. If it's incorporated into the solution, we now have a fully compliant pipeline from the point in which the employees are assigned to the point in which they capture information, and then how that time and information is then transformed appropriately to make its way into payroll with no issues in a fully compliant way. And you prevent any sort of manual mistakes, people being underpaid or overpaid, or compliance errors in assessing the rules. The machine can do it all. WorkAxle was designed from the ground up to be able to handle the most complex cases anywhere in the pipeline, but in the simplest way to be implemented so that anyone, even if you have no experience with scripting or WFM, can go and build out rules, modify the rules, and update the rules to the organization's needs.